once, going twice. We are live at our end of month book club meeting. I hope you're okay, and I hope you are absolutely fine. It's a lovely Wednesday. So it is the last Wednesday of January, which is the last Wednesday of the month, which is 31st of January. And this is our book club meeting. So I hope you are doing fantastic, and I hope you're okay. Welcome to the Jehudah show, and today is also our end of month book club meeting. So welcome to Emerald Book Club end of month book club meeting with the Jehudah show. You're killing 3 birds in 1 stone. So this is the Jehudah show, and is Emerald Book Club and also the end of month book club meeting. So we have those 3 all together. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Today is all about books. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Is my voice loud and clear? Definitely good. Perfect. Want to hear that? So yeah, we are live today, and we are going to talk about books. Well, just one book to be honest, but books in general, and the importance of books. So if you're new, welcome to my page, or if you're watching from any other page, welcome to the page. And if you like what you're saying, then definitely like the video, leave me a comment and let me know where you are watching from. And also, yeah, welcome, join our book club, which we meet every Wednesday. We have book club activities, but every last Wednesday we have our end of month book club at 8 p.m. GMT time. So definitely we would like to see you there. And if you're an author or a poet and you have a book, I'm definitely going to reach out to you, and you could present as your material, and I would be more than happy to have you on board. And guess what, it gives you more exposure as well. So definitely let us talk if you are interested in having, like that. So let me see, can you hear me loud and clear? Am I clear? No? All right. Quickly go to you're back to me, your favorite host of the month. Hip hip hooray. So anyway, yeah, so it's been a month, or it's been 2 months since November, isn't it? We didn't have one in December due to people having time off for the holidays. So there's my mic is on, it's fantastic. But now we're back and proud, ready to read our books. Got a few books I'm gonna show you. I'll show you on our screen, but yeah. And our book of today is this book, which I'm gonna show you on my next screen. But yeah, so definitely reading is key. It's good for you to read, to understand, to get knowledge from those who you never met, or to learn. Sometimes if you read a book, it takes you into a world, into a journey. For example, if you read, I'll say the Bible is an old book, ancient book. If you read the Quran, ancient book. If you read a book by Napoleon Hill, long time ago, but you get to understand how they fought, the message, what they were trying to give across in the book. So their history, their autobiography, yet you never met them, never heard of them, but because you put their theories or their stories in a book, so you can be able to read it and you can learn. So it's amazing. You don't have to go to meet someone. You don't have to be alive at the same time, but just by reading their books and get all the knowledge from the past, from people who you never met from across the world. So reading is good. It's an actual great thing for you. So I do encourage you to read a lot. All right, I do encourage you to read a lot, because when people read, you get more knowledge. Like when you read books or stories about which things happen around the world. For example, we had the book from Auschwitz, people who survived the camp. You can hear from the outside, but from someone who lived there, you read the stories, you're like, oh, you can actually be moved and understand what actually happened in the camps. So people write books about stories happening around the world. You can actually read them, and then you can get the inside story of how life actually was from someone who was actually there. So you don't have to be physically there, but someone who's there can write the book, and you can read it and say, oh, you can get a story and say, oh, now I understand more. That is the power of books. Yes, that is the power of books. They can take you far, they can bring you back, and much more. So if you are new, we have our book club here. So we have a book club on Facebook. So if you're interested, this is our book club group on Facebook. As you can see, we have a lot of happenings. I'm going to read our Goodreads group. Ooh, actually, I'm going to click on that. And while it's loading, I'll show you our group. But every Wednesday we have book reviews, graphic design, word games, and much more. So that is every Wednesday. If you want to join our Discord, feel free. If you are wanting to write a book or a novel, join our group on Nano as well. Plenty. That's our new member, Tatiana Stevens. Welcome, Tatiana. Jorge, Antonio. I always get it wrong. Jose. I get it wrong. Antonio Basilio Rouse. Thank you. Sorry, I think I have butchered your name. But this is the book. So today I read tomorrow a leader. Happy Wednesday. So this one says the Guinness Book of Records holds the record for being the book most often stolen from public libraries. The book by someone like copied. Your growth is gonna make some people stop talking to you because they don't want change and want you to stay the same. Read the book. Fantastic. Here, Turkish garbage collectors opened a library with all of the books people threw out in their trash. Imagine that. Every Tuesday have vocabulary and much more. And this one says, talk less, do more. So all this is in our group. So if you are interested in books or you want to have a place just primarily focused on books and literature, then join our group here. Yes, then join our group. Yep, there's much more. But definitely can join our group and you can see. So Goodreads is taking a while. Okay, get it. So today's book is entitled Getting Well Again. Today's book is entitled Getting Well Again it's the bestseller about the Simontons revolutionary life-saving self-awareness techniques. So I'm actually reading the book now. I'm actually reading the book now, so I'm gonna reading the book now. You okay? Yes. Alright. You alright? Don't be shy. Come and say hello. The person's gonna don't be shy. Come say hi. So the book is Getting Well Again. So if you look at the book, you can find it on Google. That's the book, Getting Well Again. So it says, why do some patients get well and others die when the prognosis is the same for both? From experience with hundreds of patients at the world-famous Cancer Counseling and Research Center in Dallas, Texas, the Simontons have found a scientific basis for the will to live. In Getting Well Again, they profile the typical cancer personality, how an individual's reaction to stress and other emotional factors can contribute to the onset and progress of cancer, and how positive expectations, self-awareness, and self-care can contribute to survival. This book offers the same self-help techniques the Simontons patients have used so successfully to reinforce usual medical treatment techniques for learning positive attitudes, relaxation, visualization, goal setting, managing pain, exercise, and building an emotional support system. And that is a great book. So I'm actually reading the book now. I'm on chapter 5, but I want to go through a bit. But if you search for it on Google, that is the book over there. So it's based on the Simontons' experience with the hundreds of patients. So on Goodreads, it's there. And here. So you can read now, read options. You can check where you want to buy it from. If we click on that in Google Books, it will show you that is the book. Yes. So they have additions to it. I think I've got the older version, but that is the book. Yeah, so that is the book if you want to check it out. That is Getting Well by book. So if you're on there, I'm actually reading the book right now, so I'm reading this. If you're on Goodreads, this is my profile. I'm reading the book here, so I am hopefully going to finish it by maybe next week. So my goal is to read 40 books this year. So far I'm on 2. I'm on the 3rd book. So if I get at least, let's say, 4 books per month, that will take me 10 months. I'm going to add on and make it 50 if I get there in time. But yes, I'm reading this book and getting well again, definitely. Alright, so I'm going to go through it, and then we can read it, yeah. So here I am again, yes, so I am right back here. So that is the book, Getting Well Again, the bestseller about the Simontons' revolutionary life-saving software techniques. Read at the back, if you can read that. Why do some patients get well and others die when the prognosis is the same for both? From experience with hundreds of patients at their World Famous Center, Counseling and Research Center in Dallas, Texas, the Simontons have found a scientific basis for the will to live. Guess what? It talks about positive attitudes, techniques for learning positive attitudes, relaxation, visualization, goal setting, managing pain, exercise, and building an emotional support system. I haven't read the whole book, but I might go through what I've read so far. So these are the contents. Chapter 1. The mind-body connection, a psychological approach to cancer treatment. Number 2, the mysteries of healing, the individual and his beliefs. So it has 19 chapters. So I'm on chapter 5. You can read for there, the search for causes of cancer. 3, 4, let's up and zoom in properly, so I'll go a bit slower. 7, 8, 9. Then we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So those are the chapters of the book. So what is cancer? Link between stress and illness, personality, stress and cancer, and all that. So I'm going to read through. So I'm going to start. I'm going to read chapter 1. The first page section for chapter 1, and then we can carry on from there on. See, but everyone participates in his or health, or illness at all times. I repeat, it says everyone participates in his or her health or illness at all times. Did you get it? They say everyone participates in his or her illness or her health or illness at all times. So when you're healthy, you're participating. When you're ill, you're participating in it. You are actually the cause of the health or the illness. What goes on, we say that you are the cause of your misery. For those who want to acknowledge that. So everyone, I'm spending too much. Everyone participates in his or her health or illness at all times. This book will show people with cancer or other serious illnesses how they can participate in getting well again. It will also show those who are not ill how they can participate in maintaining their health. We use the word participate to indicate the vital role you play in creating your own level of health. Most of us assume that healing is something down to us, that if we have a medical problem, our responsibility is simply to get to a physician who will then heal us. That's true to a degree, but it is only part of the story. We all participate in our own health through our beliefs, our feelings, and our attitudes toward life, as well as in more direct ways, such as through exercise and diet. In addition, our response to medical treatment is influenced by our beliefs about the effectiveness of the treatment and by the confidence we have in the medical team. Hint, hint, you, my friend, are participating in your health or your illness at all times. Yes, you, my friend, are participating in your health at all times. I'll read from chapter 3, the search for the causes of cancer. So many of our patients come to us puzzling over what cancer is and what causes it. Most of them wonder, why me? While we can offer a definition of the disease and describe the research into its causes, it is the third question, why a particular person contracts cancer. That is the real core of this book. However, we need to deal with the first two questions to set the stage of our evidence on why you. So they say a cancerous cell is in fact a weak and confused cell. What is cancer? Don't quote me. I'm reading from right here. A cancerous cell is in fact a weak and confused cell. A cancer begins within a cell that contains incorrect genetic information so that it is unable to perform its intended function. This cell may receive the incorrect information because it has been exposed to harmful substances or chemicals, or damaged by other external causes, or simply because in the process of constantly reproducing billions of cells, the body will occasionally make an imperfect one. So if this cell reproduces other cells with the same incorrect genetic makeup, then a tumor begins to form composed of a mass of these imperfect cells. Normally, the body's defenses, the immune system, would recognize these cells and destroy them. At a minimum, they would be walled off so they could not spread. So, yes, so that's a bit about cancer. I don't want to go much into explaining, but it's just the book. So if you want to get the book, read it for yourself. So what causes cancer, they say? Cancer is caused by carcinogenic substances, or by genetic predisposition, or by radiation, or perhaps by diet. People tend to look for external factors, but cancer is caused by carcinogenic substances. These are aniline dyes, asbestos, coal tars, and other chemicals that apparently are able to affect the genetic information in cells and thus produce cancer. And then we have genetic predisposition. There could be a genetic predisposition that either causes some people to produce a greater number of abnormal cells or inclines them to have a weak immune response to abnormal cells. Radiation is still another suspect in the lineup of possible cancer causes. Yes. And then we have diet. Diet we know. Some researchers have suggested that the incidence of certain kinds of cancer may relate to the amount of fat in your diets. So it gives examples of people around the world who eat certain diets and much more. But that is chapter 3, is the causes of cancer and much more, yes? So I'm going to show you a list of the link between chapter 4, the link between stress and illness. There is a clear link between stress and illness, a link so strong that it is possible to predict illness based on the amount of stress in people's lives. It is possible to predict illness based on the amount of stress in people's lives. Am I making it up? Nope. Right here. Okay, so here is a chart of events which were put down. Social readjustment rating scale. So the top one is death of spouse, causes a lot of stress and illness. Then we have divorce, marital separation, we have jail term, death of close family member, personal injury or illness, marriage, so, and there's much more. Fired from work, marital reconciliation, retirement, change in family members' health, pregnancy, self-difficulties, sex difficulties. All these are skills which can cause people stress. So the number one stress causer is death of spouse. So this can cause illness just from that event. So all these are, this scale includes events that we all recognize as stressful. Yes, I'll show you the whole page so you can see some more of them. You can pause the video and you can hope it's clear. I apologize. You can look through there. That's better. So that is the number they've given them at the end, sorry. Yes. Alright. So that is the link to illnesses, stresses. So events happen externally or within you and then they cause stress and then they cause illnesses. So whenever you get sick, sometimes it's because of something happened to you. And sometimes the stress can increase the susceptibility to illness. Are we together? So that is chapter 4. Chapter 5 is about personality, stress, and cancer. A historical look at the connection between cancer and emotions. I'm going to go through the page. I won't read everything, but you can just look it through. So for those who are suffering from any serious illness, remember you are participating in the book according to this book. So the techniques they'll give you on how you can find out that. So these are case studies they give in the book. I won't go through all of them. So it's a lot to read, but it's for you to just get a hint and to go find the book or to practice what they're saying. And then 6 is expectations about cancer and the effects on recovery. Yep. So this is about people who expect them and how they are going to recover, your expectations on recovery and cancer. We have negative social beliefs about cancer and the effects. We have self-fulfilling prophecy and much more. I'm going to skip on. So we have negative and positive beliefs. If you read the chart, if you look at that chart over there, you can pause the video and then you can check it out. Yeah, so I can pause the video, then you can see the beliefs you can check over there. Let's check them out here. Put my light a bit closer. Here, the book is interesting. I won't go through all of them, but you can check through and read through to understand what you can use. So from 7, they give a whole person model of cancer recovery in the book. A mind-body model of cancer development. So that's the model they put in there: psychological stress, depression, despair, limbic system. Sorry for the lighting, it's not the best. You can pause the video and you can check the cancer growth and much more. So all these are, it's a model of how it develops and what they gave you. So part 2 is pathways to health. So if you want to help yourself, they put a program where you come in and you start an overview of the pathways to help. Since everyone participates in sickness or health, the first step is to assist patients in identifying how they participated in the onset of their disease. This process consists first of asking them to identify the major stresses occurring in their lives 6 to 18 months prior to their diagnosis. So it says the benefits of illness, learning to relax and visualize recovery. Learning to relax and you want to visualize recovery. Then the value of positive mental images. I'm glad it's not me saying that. Don't think, oh, it's just me. No, that's why I urge you to keep always a positive mental image in your mind or wherever you go, because this actually helps you heal. And that's also visualization. And then overcoming resentment. Then creating the future, setting goals, finding your inner guide to health, managing pain, exercise, coping with the fear of recurrence and death. Then the family support system. So all this is a program they put together. Visualization, images, positive images, pain, managing pain, exercising, and much more. So you can apply this to yourself if you have any disease. So you're gonna have the first week, second week, they give you a program how you're gonna do it. It's about relaxation and mental imagery, using the power of your mind to heal yourself, and much more. So you can read the book, but I'm going to show you what they say. So that's the first week they say here. Do it in the first week. You think I'm lying? Second week, that's what you do. The third week, the fourth week, and so forth. So if you are reading that, then you can go through. Give it 6 weeks. So, chapter 9 is participating in your health. So if you're feeling down, you are participating in your health. They give you a case study about changing beliefs, how you interpret the meaning of events. So this is great for those who want to read. Read it right there. How you interpret the meaning of events. A defeat or a sign of failure, a challenge, a chance to start out fresh, a sign that life isn't fair. So that is how we tend to interpret the meaning of events. So which of these meanings people attach to experience is dependent on their beliefs they have. So we tend to fit something happened, oh, defeat, sign of failure, or it's a challenge, or a chance to start out afresh, or a sign that life isn't fair. So you got to identify your participation in illness, identifying your participation in your illness. Whatever sickness you have, try and find out how am I playing a part in it. You got to accept the responsibility for your health. I like the time, yes. So 10 talks about the benefits of illness. Illness includes much pain and anguish, of course, but it also solves problems in people's lives. It serves as a permission giver by allowing people to engage in behavior they would not normally engage in if they were well. And that's very true. Yes, that is the benefits of illness. So when you're sick, you can learn to solve problems. Think about it that way. I won't tell you the whole thing, so you can read the book for yourself. It's about the legitimacy of emotional needs. Boom. Identifying the benefits of illness. Hello, when it comes to rid of me? No? Fine, fair enough. So sometimes you get the benefits of being ill. That's what it talks about in chapter 10. Because each time you get to solve a problem, times you think others can do it for you. When you get ill, you learn how to. A good example is if at times I used to get a cold. Now I learn how to. Now I'll start living healthily. I had a toothache coming out. I had tooth pain, so I learned now I brush twice a day. I don't care anymore. That is true. The sickness, the benefit of being sick is that if you learn from it, you learn how to treat yourself good. My toothache, I used to brush once a week or once, twice. I mean, take it back. I used to brush not that often, but now I do it twice a day because now I learned that pain. I want to experience it again. So that illness made me look after my health a lot much better. That is true. Now I'm saying, no, like once a day or sometimes twice. I want to say. Scary. Come and tell me a story of life. I've got a guest here who doesn't come. But so that is true. Benefits of illness is that when you get sick, you learn how to. Sometimes after that, normally you tend to look after yourself a bit better. But if you don't get sick, you won't do it. It's true. But until the pain comes, sometimes like, oops, you start thinking, you start researching, taking better care of yourself. So yes, sometimes illness has its benefits. Sometimes it's a punishment for you to do that. But so here it talks about identifying the benefits of illness. You're going to finding a way of meeting those needs directly without illness and all that. So it gives a story, but I don't mention the story. So you can find the book and read it. Event 11, so learning to relax and visualize recovery. For those who have joined, we're talking about the book Getting Well Again. How people had cancer patients and they told them how to get well just by using positive image and recovery and exercise and diet to help them with the cancer treatments. That's how he's talking to people who came around. So from experience with hundreds of patients at their world famous cancer counseling and research center in Dallas, Texas, the Simontons have found a scientific basis for the will to live. Yes, in Getting Well Again, they profile the typical cancer personality, how individuals' reaction to stress and other emotional factors can contribute to the onset and progress of cancer, and how what positive expectations and self-awareness and self-care can contribute to survival. It's like you're preaching about people. Keep it positive, be aware, self-care. It's not it's not a burden, but it's for you to survive from disease. So they're telling you that they used positive words, images to help with their patients. So I tell you guys, think positive. Think, George is crazy. Think positive. No, because positive heals. The body heals when you have positive words meant about yourself. It helps you. So that's what they talked about in their book. So I'm just browsing through the book. But if you're new, as I'm going to come back again, for those who have arrived, just before you see, for those who arrived, I'll just go back a bit and talk about cancer. So, as we're saying, the mind-body connection, which I was talking about, everyone participates in his or her health or illness at all times. So when you're sick, when you're healthy, you are involved in creating that state. When you feel sick, sometimes you are involved because people tend to think it's I got a flu from my neighbor, then it's going around, then it's in genetics. It could be, but you're also involved, and that so because you play a vital role when you are creating your own level of health. So when you lack health, you're creating sickness. When you create sickness, you're lacking health, isn't it? So you are part of the problem. So people tend to go out and look for help, yet the help is right here with them. Chapter 1. Yes? No? No.
Yes.
Good. So
the night shifts, people who
Yes.
It's one of the factors.
One of the factors, yes. So
Yeah, it's very bad.
it is very bad. So chapter 4 was talking about how stress is linked to illnesses. So for those who are, this is the book, you're not buy it if you're interested. It's a good thing, it's not me speaking because we think, it's Josh again, isn't it? It's a good thing, it's not me. The link between stress and illness. I'll just repeat. So events which take place are linked to illnesses. So they say number one, they say from their patients is a death of a spouse. That causes a lot of people who had sickness. 100% of them, the value 100 was from the death of a spouse. Not me, but rare. See that? And then you have divorce, marital separation, people going to jail, death of a close family member as well. If you have someone who's died in your family and it's close, it affects you as well. Then personal injury or illness, marriage, fired from work, marital reconciliation, retirement, change in family members' health, pregnancy, and so forth. So all these events have, if they stress you,
the lack of sleep, because some of the people in young generation now
lack of sleep. Yes,
they
so
sleep 3-4 hours.
I think this is because
Why?
I think it's from their patients, the ones who they came to see them. I think that
Not for the day, nothing. They just
yes, sleep as well could be part of it.
19 years old, they can sleep.
Deaf, do I say sleep here? Actually, sleep is not part of it here. Actually, nothing is sleep here. Nothing at all here about sleep. So you would think it's on there. Okay, maybe personal habits is there. So 24. Personal habits could be part of sleep, but they don't actually mention sleep as one of the top stress, a lack of sleep as a top stress, unless it's part of personal habits. But all this is a change in stuff, is an event which can cause illness to you. And so this is from their patients. Yes, so I was going to go there. So 5 is personality stress and cancer and how it affects you. So I was going to go. So they give you ways in which you can start healing yourself. This means the doctors, they have patients, they're telling you how they helped the patients.
What about the innovation of what Elon Musk?
Oh, that one's coming now. Hey, don't jump ahead. Yes, that's coming here. So as I said, how you interpret the meaning of events. When something happens to you, an event happens to you, yes? For example, the loss of a job can mean a number of things. 1, a defeat or a sign of failure. 2, it's a challenge. 3, a chance to start fresh, or 4, a sign that life isn't fair. When sometimes you lose something, that's how we interpret it. Either that's it, I'm finished, or I'm going to do it again, or start again, or you think life isn't fair because it's happening to you. So that's true. It happens to all of us.
No, okay. Here,
Yes.
it's just a small gap between, and you get a job in a short time.
Yeah, man, that is
Yeah,
a challenge.
That
That's a chance to start afresh again.
There's a chance.
To start afresh.
But if not,
Then
you're
that's-
going on the other side.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's number 1.
Very
So if you
hard.
don't get it, that's a defeat or a sign of failure.
Instead of after 40 years old, many of the people.
Yes, they do, isn't it?
40 years is
You should come and talk about
no.
next. So okay, so that is the book they give you. So you want to change it around. Very good information. So the benefits of illness and much more coming in. Learning to relax and visualize recovery is chapter 11. We got still time here. If you go through the book, there's a lot they're gonna give you in there. So relaxation and visualization is important. About mental imagery is good for you. Mental imagery, they give you exercises which you're going to follow in here. I'm not going to mention them, but you should buy the book if you're going to mention them here. And then 12, the value of positive mental images. Thank you for reaffirming what I talk about, the value of positive mental images. So say we first began using mental imagery to motivate patients and provide them with a tool for influencing their immune systems. But we soon discovered that the activity revealed extremely important information about patients' beliefs. All right? So the value of positive mental images. So I wouldn't go through all that, but you can buy the book and then you can look at that. There's stuff in there which you can see. They give you images they're creating, how they talk about it, how they write, and there's a process in there. When 13 talks about overcoming resentment. That's right. Overcoming resentment. Sorry about my lighting. I didn't put enough to line. Techniques for forgiving old hurts, our own experience. Mental imagery for overcoming resentment. And much more. 14 is creating the future. Setting goals. So goals have a big role in helping you heal yourself. The benefits of setting goals. Determining your goals, guidelines, and much more. Reinforcing your goals through mental imagery. Overcoming problems in goal imagery, and much more. Number 15, finding your guide to inner health. Not to health, sorry. The unconscious mind contains priceless resources that can be mobilized for personal growth and healing. Indeed, throughout the history of psychological study, theoreticians have proposed the existence of a center in the psyche that directs, regulates, and influences the course of an individual's life. No. A center in your psyche, that's your mind, that directs, regulates, and influences an individual's life. Finding your inner guide to health, that's great. Because of time, I'm going to hurry up. But tapping your inner resources and much more. So find a chapter and read it. 16 is managing pain. The emotional components of pain. That's one of the subsections. Pains and dreams. The rewards of pain. Ooh, that's a good one. Mental imagery for coping with pain. Substituting pleasure for pain. 17, exercise. I'm sure you know exercise, so I won't go through that much, but I think that's been talked about a lot. But 18 is coping with the fears of recurrence and death. So it's dealing with fears. We all have a lot of fears that we carry. When recurrence, the body's feedback, and much more. The book is good. It's a great book. So I'm going to finish it in hopefully in a week or so, or a few days. 19, the family support system. I'm sure that explains itself, but maybe they'll tell you what they did, how they use family to support their patients. So that is the book. That's a great book for you to learn. So I'm just in my checking out, seeing messages I've got here. I do apologize. Well, that is the book, gentlemen, ladies. So if you are suffering from a great illness or anything else, they say that you are participating in that. And one way that you can actually help is by using relaxation techniques and positive mental imagery, exercise, diet, and support, a positive support system. Imagine doctors, well, yeah, they're telling you about mindset, the positivity, using the mind to heal yourself, how the body heals itself using the mind, and how you think and feel positive is key when healing yourself. Yes, sometimes you can have your treatments, your medication, but also include the positivity and positive mental images in your mind. I'm glad once again it's not me. People can say, Josh, but it's what you teach, so obviously you're just being biased. No, I'm talking about a bestseller about the Simontons' revolutionary life-saving self-awareness techniques. That's why we're here, pushing people, be self-aware, think positive, look after yourself. Why? To help you heal so that you don't go through the sickness and the illness. And I preach it, bang on it. People say you bang on, people get tired, but it's because it's helping your body. You don't feel it until you get sick, then you're like, now I'm looking for medication or a way to heal. But when you're okay, it's alright. But this is a great book for you I do apologize. I'm sorry for the lighting. It's not the best, so I'll work on that next time. But it's called Getting Well Again. I'm sorry about the reflection over there. No. Yes. So look for the book. If you read the book, let me know. Right, isn't it? My lighting isn't that good, is it? I apologize. I'll invest in better lights. But yeah, so the book is good. It's a great book for you to read. And next time we'll have some more 5 Steps to Happy. We've got more books for you. Free to be Human. And one of my good books, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And there's much more in my library that I'm going to show you today. What are some of the books that we are going to read? So my next book is this one. I just read this one this month, so I've read this over and over again. I'll read it again just to reinforce what I learned. But now I am on this book, which I just talked about today, and it's good for healing. For those who are feeling pain or you got some sicknesses, I urge you to read through and exercises from chapter 9 onwards to tell you about how they help the patients. They give you a program. So you can buy a book, you can download it, and then you can practice it if you can help yourself. I think it's cheaper, or it's better you get some healing from here, or you can wait, book an appointment, pay a lot of money. But this one, they tell you from experiences how they help their patients. So it's in the book. Guess what? It's in the book. You don't have to go out and look for the guys who the person himself. I don't know if he's there, but it's in the book. They write it all for you in here, so you've got the knowledge. That's the power of books. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you think twice about reading books. So, if you're a medical practitioner or you're a healer, nutritionist, this is a book you should have. If you're a doctor, nurse, if you're someone into healing, I recommend this book. Read it, and you can also use the programs or the techniques here for your patients. I've got a few patients I need to use on them. First of all, I've used them myself, then I help others. But yeah, if you're a practitioner of health, then definitely that is a book that you should read and find out. Apart from that, thank you all for tuning in to our end of month book club meeting. I hope you had fun. If you love the book and if you have ideas like my guest did, come on, we are here. I'd like to hear your story. To be honest, it's better when someone else talks. I like to sit back and listen to others as well, to be honest. Please, it's good. I mean, we have knowledge. If you want to be on video, fine. I can just play your audio. You don't have to be on video. You can just be on by audio. But just to discuss, we're here. So definitely let me know. There's a book to add to your arsenal. And there's much more coming next time. But I'm a reader. And readers are leaders. So thank you all for tuning in. And remember, read. Reading is key. Reading is great. So hope you have a great end of month. I shall see you for end of month meeting on the last Wednesday of February. Don't remind me which is going. It is going to be, let me get my calendar here. The last Wednesday of February is going to be the 28th of February. Oh, so this year is a leap year. So I'll see you again in 4 weeks on the 28th of February. But please, if you have something to say, you don't have to be on video. You can just talk. I can listen to your voice. Come online. Don't have to hear your voice, don't have to see you, but just come on and discuss books. If you also read a book and you like to talk about the book you read, that's why the book club is here. It's not for me, it's for those who've read and like to tell them about the books. If you're not here, then I gotta do the books, but I would love it if someone else came and talked about the books they've read, or just a topic about the books literature. So in finishing, one more time, I'll show you. Getting Well Again. If you are health practitioner, if you are sick and you need to have money for treatment, read the book and practice what is in here. They'll help you. 5 Steps to Happy. I read that if you like that. How to influence people with new friends. Yeah. This one I haven't read yet, so I don't know what it's all about, but it says Free to be Human. Intellectual self-defense in an age of illusions. This is a book about freedom. So that's my next book to read after I finish this book. So that's it. No more. Thank you all, and definitely I'm waiting for you to come live Remember, it doesn't have to be on video. It can just be in the background speaking. Don't have to be there. But I hope you enjoyed the book. I hope I spoke slowly. I didn't go through the whole book because I want you to buy the books. I want you to spoil everything for you. That's why I skipped some stuff. So I can cause you to be, give it a little hook so you can decide, then look for the book. But that's the book. I've got mine. You get your own copy. And I show you on Google, the book on Google. So if you're interested, then you go read the whole book. If you're not, that's it. Pick out the bit and let it go. But have a great evening. Any last comments?
Thank you.
No.
I'm interested in the one. What is the meaning of free to be human? That's.
It's on this book.
Yeah.
If you want, next month we can talk about it. Over next Wednesday when you're free, I can give it to you to read, and then I don't know as well. I haven't read it yet. I don't know where great one as well, but actually, yeah, it looks good. Oh, it's about Hillary Clinton necessary beliefs.
What is highlighted?
So, okay, I'll read it from the back for next time you guys want to come. This is a book about freedom, and above all about the idea that there is often no greater obstacle to freedom than the assumption that it has already been fully attained. Yes, while in the West few individuals today suffer physical restraint by the state, we are still constrained by powerful psychological chains, which are in many ways far more effective, if only because they are so difficult to perceive. Influential writers such as Noam Chomsky and Edward Harman have shown that the corporately controlled mass media of Western democracies serve as a giant filter system favoring powerful state and business interests. Yes, what we receive as objective news about domestic politics, human rights, and environmental issues is in fact an extremely partial and biased view of the world. Free to be Human shows how the same filter system distorts our understanding of many personal, ethical, and spiritual issues, ensuring that we remain passive, conformist, confused, and uninformed, and willing to accept the irrational values of corporate consumerism. Is it? So David argues that in order to counter this continued process of disinformation and disempowerment, we need to master the art of intellectual self-defense and so become able to challenge the deceptions of a system that subordinates people and planet to the drive for profit. Like the book, guys, is good. So we can read the book and then I'll give it to you read. And then in 4 weeks' time, if you're ready, even if you read it, let me know if you read the whole thing. I think it's a good book. But that's all for. Thank you very much for your input. I'll see you guys later. It's my hour is due, and take care. That's me from Emerald Book Club at the Joshua Jehudah Show. Thank you very much, and that's our book club. You can meet us there and here. Peace out.